You know what's going down, baby. Run the strip, tearing up the time, baby. Positive vibes when we all around. While y'all riding on boats, we roller skating foam. Do what we do to let the world know this a Texas thing. Can they paint the wide frame? Blues poking out like our ass when we rolling, man. Do what you do, living your best life. Do ball on that ass when we roll, gotta get it right. Super tight, you know I be ready to clown. DJ, play that song. You know we get down. You know we're gonna take flight, riding I-10 just to get a groove on. Headed to H-Town, Water World, get our move on. Banging it, banging on some ear shit. The street G put it down like it's supposed to be. What you see is what you get. Let's ride.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Hello, y'all. Welcome to The Rocky Road, a show that supports independent music artists and the music industry professionals who support them. I'm your host, Rocky Rocket. Before we even get started, download Crowded Streaming, guys. They are the catalyst for this here show. And also, I have with me today, Mr. Silky Red. Yay!
Your first with doubt. There you go.
Hey!
First with doubt, you know.
Yes. So, Mr. Silky Red, I have a lot of questions for you, brother. But one of them, you know, we could go ahead and start with you telling a little bit about yourself, your history, how long you've been rapping, everything that is the past.
Okay. Good deal. We'll start from, first of all, my governor is Ricky Joseph Granger, Jr. I'm from Beaumont, Texas. My people reside in Louisiana, Rain, Louisiana, all across Louisiana. You know, I'm a descendant of the Grangers and the McCloneys. My mama is Janice McCloney. My daddy is Ricky Joseph Granger, Sr. I grew up in a family of 6 girls and 3 boys. Grew up on Phelps Road, moved on Greenmore Lane, right around the corner. Mama built a house. Mom and daddy showed me how to be a hardworking man and continue to do what I do. That's why I'm the hardworking man I am right now, man. Grew up, I used to take naps by this big stereo system. It was a wood chest stereo with an 8-track, record player, TV in it, and listening to Kiss 98.5, DJ Magic Mark, and I love me some jazz. I used to listen to jazz. I'm an old school cat. I love me some Motown jazz, and as I grew up, you know, you see guys in a Delta 88s, they Oldsmobiles, they Cutlass, they Caprices, and they were bumping and banging, and they were jamming something that was slowed down, you know, and it was thanks to Robert Earl Davis, known as DJ Screw. I'm giving him the doctor, and he Dr. Robert Earl Davis to me.
Hey, go ahead, yeah, go right ahead.
Because you know why? You got doctors, Dr. Seavey. You got different doctors across the world. Rest in peace, Dr. Seavey. They say they want to change the world. And they have changed the world with medicines and different things, but Dr. Robert L. Davis changed the culture. He did, because you got a piece of his action, what he did to the turntables, going worldwide. You got Japanese jamming it, Asians, Europeans, Africans, Canadians. Everybody got a piece of that culture that derives in Texas. And I tell people, I say, Texas is so big, I call Texas a country. Houston is a state. And the way they take it is a state of mind, you know. Thanks to him, you know, and that's what I hear people jamming. Everybody had the 4-pack in the back dashboard. And you'll hear these different type of rappers just rapping and freestyling, right? And I started doing it. I picked it up, you know. And my uncle, he heard me one day, Uncle Charles, Lil Daddy Cool, East Coast Texas Entertainment, shout out to him. This is how my rap career started. He say, man, you sound good. He bought me a Sony tape recorder, a little pocket tape recorder. He say, start recording yourself. Okay? You know, and I started doing it. My daddy say, son, you gonna look crazy. You talking to yourself. I say, no, sir, I'm rapping. I'm doing music, Daddy. I'm doing music. You know, and like we would go work. My daddy was a construction worker, and we did work throughout the week and on weekends, right? We'll go do roofing work and everything on weekends. Friday evening, we'll start a roof. Saturday, we'll get in the middle of it. Sunday, we'll be putting tabs on and picking up trash and closing the whole house up and being done. $2-3 grand a weekend, you know. And then Daddy got promoted to, he got a job at the city of Beaumont. He became supervisor. So he kind of slowed down a little bit, but, you know, it picked up for him on weekends. We still doing construction work, and he'd stay on me about this rapping to myself. He say, they gonna think you crazy. You talking to us, say, Daddy, I'm rapping, I'm doing music, I'm rapping, I'm freestyling. And from that point, you know, I get older. I get, you know, middle school, high school. This actually, it started in middle school, 8th grade, you know, 9th grade. You know, everybody wanted to be this rap star. Everybody had the fresh Air Max, fresh T-shirts and Dickies and Guess jeans. Their favorite thing was 95 Air Max Jordans, Guess jeans, and a T-shirt. I didn't have that. I got my first job. I bought my first pair of J's. And, you know, I was doing my thing, you know. Still the guy that I was, you know, I was still doing my rapping, and everybody was freestyling then, but they never knew I was rapping, like talking about. And this back in '99, my brother-in-law, outlaw, Jamal Keith Sanderson, I call him by their government so people can know, because they might think I'm talking about an outlaw out of Texas City or California. I'm talking about my brother-in-law. They was doing an album called Franchise, and I went with them to the studio, you know, and I was listening to them record and rap, and we was there for like 12 hours to do one song. And I was listening to Eric E-Love and Eric Ernest rapping, and Eric was rapping real fast. He was tongue twisting, and I'm listening. I'm like, man, I can do it, but do it better. I can put a twist to it and say different words. And I did it, and it was like, damn, I didn't know he rap. I didn't know Lil Ricky rap. Bro, I was like, I didn't know either. So Storm came about and all this come about. And me and my buddy Randy, we were sitting down in the car. He say, man, we need to come out with a mixtape called The South is on the Rise. Okay, we thought about it, we plotted on it, and it never happened until I made my first move. But Randy didn't jump on it, didn't jump on the mixtape. I was working at Blue Beacon at the time. Then I got sick and quit because that's a truck wash. Blue Beacon was the truck wash I worked at. I used to be on the radio over at Blue Beacon. We'd take lunch break, and I would get on the high school, what they call the high school holler on 97.9 The Box. Remember the rap thing on 97.9?
Yeah.
I used to get on the high school holler freestyle battle on 102.5 Monday through Friday. Every night I would get on there. And I would eat them boys up on that radio, live on the air, and they would call. And that's when I called myself, I used to call myself Pimp C Bright. And they told me, nah, that's whack. Don't do it. Then I changed my name to Dirty Red because my partner Rico, the stuff we do, and he say, man, that's a dirty move, yo. And now my face always red. And he say, man, you Dirty Red. And that's where Dirty Red come from. And the stuff we do, we'd always play jokes on people. Say, man, you wrong for that one. That was dirty. You ain't have to do that. You know, because they play jokes on me, like my car. They put Band-Aids on my bumper because he was wrecked in the front. And, you know, it's funny, though. But, you know, And the one that done that, I'm gonna give his name out. Aaron Pfizer. That's my boy. We cool. We cool. I call him out. I call it like I said. I state facts. Everybody knows.
Hey, call him out.
I state facts. He ain't gonna get mad. He gonna be like, man, he gonna laugh. He like, man, you really remember that? I have a lifetime. I can tell you a lifetime story that got my music career where it's at. Everybody looked forward to me freestyling, getting on the radio. They would call me, man, come on, come in, and come freestyle. You know, then Jazzy Red. I don't know if you ever heard of Jazzy Red.
Yes.
He got that hit song, "I Am a Dope Fiend." Now that he's like my big brother, okay. And when Latone Hart, the last freestyle I done, it was me and I can't think of that boy name, but I ate him alive, and I called Latone Hart. I say, you ain't Captain Zumo, you just a sausage man. And they say, whoa. They say, I was like, I battled him and I ate him up real good. I took it to a whole nother level. Then he left, went to another radio station. Then Jazzy Red came in the mix at 102.5, KTCX 102.5. It was him and I got a picture. What's his name? I can't think his name right now because I'm on the spot. I put myself on the spot, but I can't think his name. And he was the DJ, and Jazzy Red was the DJ too. But Jazzy Red hosted the show from 5 p.m. to 10, 5 to 10, and we do the countdown, the guest DJs and the countdown, and I'd make a point to call her every day. That's how me and Jazzy Red developed the relationship every day. And I would get on the radio and I would be the guest DJ. I would DJ over the phone, call out the songs and host the show over the phone. And this facts. And, you know, I was still doing that. Then I quit Blue Beacon because I got sick back to that time on the timeline. And I got on at Walmart, something a little indoors, you know, working in the meat department. I was a butcher. And me and my uncle, we got back talking about me rapping, and he said, man, you sound good. You ought to do something with it. So I went and bought me a laptop. I bought me some turntables, not turntables, I bought me a mixer board, a controller. And I wrote a song in the back of the meat department. Shout out to Ron Coleman, because after I wrote it, that's when the Blackberries came out. Remember the little blue Blackberries came out? I typed it up in my phone, and I said, read this here. He said, what you got? I said, this is my new song I'm finna write. And he said, man, that ain't no song. That ain't no song, man. I said, okay, that's a song. So what happened was I brought it to my uncle's attention. I went to the studio and I recorded this here at this white guy named Steve, and I needle him. He had a studio my brother-in-law was going to, and I went there and I actually recorded it on Juvenile Back That Thing Up beat, song called Bounce Baby. And my uncle was like, this the truth. And he said, there ain't no song. He said, you can't take nobody else's music. I said, I'm not taking nobody else's music. It's like mixtape. And he didn't understand it because of his culture and his era, you know. And we went to Club Tracy's in Beaumont off of Concord. Shout out to Mr. Gene. That was my auntie's boyfriend. That was his daddy's club. We went there and all the little artists from Beaumont was performing. And I performed there. I was nervous. My first time ever on stage. By myself, I performed Bounce Baby. And every guy that came in there with a girl, they got on the table and danced to my song. After the show, Monk was like, he said, I owe you an apology. He said, that is a song. You just got to change the beat up. That's a song. So Steven was like, I'll make you a beat. And I didn't even have to go back to the studio. He took my vocals and did what he did to a mixed master and made me a beat. Then my brother-in-law come back in the picture, and he was like, man, he said, you need a manager. I say, no, I don't want no manager. I say, what it is, you want to do music with me, you can ride with me on this ship, but I don't need you to drive it because I'm driving right now. I say, just be a passenger and help me. That's it. And we put an album out called The South Is on the Rise, and we had a hit single called Grip and Grain on there. We shot a video too. And rest in peace to Pimp C again. We used a sample with Pimp C on it. And it was nice. My brother-in-law, his stage name outlaw, he emulated Pimp C. People thought that was Pimp C. I remember we went to the club. Matter of fact, that same night, ESG performed with Billy Cook. My brother-in-law got in free, but I had to pay. just because he looked at, they thought he was Pimp C. Dude shook his hand, gave him a hug, say, man, good to see you, boy. Good to see you, man. Oh, man, shoot is good, man. Come on, you get in, get in. He looked at me, $10. I said, huh? I said, cool, no problem. Bam. Gave him $10. Got in. We performed this on YouTube too. I remember what I had on what I had on. I had on an all red jumper, no max, short sleeve, looked like a prison suit. And I had some gray shoes on, I believe, and a gray beanie to the side, and I had a fresh fade. And it was a good thing, it was a good look. And they was like, man, that cat got so much energy, and you know, and it was crazy. And then we used to go perform at the Rocky Roadhouse, the actual restaurant called Rocky Roadhouse, right across from Market Basket, because I quit Walmart. I went to Market Basket to go cut meat because they was paying more money, right? And I was going to school too. In between all this, I was going to school. And from there, like I'd have customers come in the store and I'd be on the loudspeaker giving out sale prices and then everything, you know. Then Mr. Lorenzo, from rest in peace, Mr. Lorenzo, I just found out nobody knew he had cancer. He died last year. Nobody knew about it. Rest in peace, Mr. Lorenzo. We're doing a memorial for him soon. Me and Dwayne Diamond and everybody else that knew him, because we got stories for days. And this is a big part of my career here that really boosted my career. You know, with Jazzy Red, shout out to Jazzy Red, him boosted my career from 102.5, being the guest DJ, and everywhere he posted up and do a live radio. I'm on my way. I'm coming. I got to get myself out there. I'm giving out CDs, passing out the South on the Rise CDs, and everybody knew me. Well, your brother, what Jazzy Red? We ain't seen him. He probably at the radio station or with his family. You know, everybody knew me. They knew me because of my work ethic, my daddy, and my music. My music changed lives. And I'm telling you, I had in my inbox today. Some guy that used to perform back in the day hit me up. He said, man, I know you remember me. We was kids back then, man. You performed this song at Rocky Roadhouse. I'll screenshot it to you. He said, man, you did that song called Do the Grown Up. And that was a hit in itself. Shout out to Miss Cap, because she sung the hook. And so with that to say, let me get back on the timeline. From getting on that Market Basket, I used to get off work over there. I worked there with Derek Walker, Sean, Shane, Mr. Bailey, and they all used to root for me, and they used to push me. I get off work and shoot straight there. 102.5 would be there hosting Dwayne Diamond. Shout out to Dwayne Diamond, that's family. He really enlightened me and pushed me to be the best of me. And I get up there, and I have a meat coat on. I was fresh out work. I wanted to get on that stage. When I'm on stage, that's my home. That's my life. It's like a whole nother house when I'm on that stage with that mic. And from there, like with the song Bounce Baby, you know, this is like really, I kind of skipped over some things, but this was before the South is on the Rise album actually came out when we was performing at Rocky. And I did that for like a year. And I performed that song Bounce Baby one time, and they caught on to it. And they would come every Tuesday night to see one person. They would pack the house. Everybody would perform, and they packed the house to see one person. That was me, Silky Red. They say, that's little Ricky boy. That boy jamming. He nice. That's Ricky boy. And my name's Silky Red. And he asked me, Dwayne Diamond asked me, he said, how did you get the name Silky Red? And I told him because they sound smooth on the mic. And another woman said that I'm like satin sheets in the bed. You know, that's what she said that. Didn't even know me like that. She said the way you touch it is like satin sheets in the bed. You know, and I DJ too, because remember I told you I bought me a controller. I picked up on DJing, and I started doing little gigs, $50 gigs, you know, just to get my self out there and do my thing, because that's what I do. Music is my heart and soul, you know. And so each Tuesday I go perform Bounce Baby, and it got to a point where I wore the song I thought I wore it out, but they really wanted me to perform this song. And like they got this girl named Nadia. She worked for 102.5. She was a promoter and a salesperson. I come up there and I was tired. I just wanted to go enjoy the show and eat me a good little dinner, you know. And Lorenzo say, Silky, you performing tonight? I say, man, I'm tired right now. I'm tired. And She said, no, you performing tonight. I said, I ain't got my music on me. She said, go to your car and get your music. Go to your car and get your music. I say, no. She said, you gonna perform tonight. So I went to my car. I said, okay, I'll do it. You know, because they kept begging. I come back and they chatting, Silky Red, Silky Red. And I got on stage, performed it. Then the next Tuesday, I come with my other jam. This is one of their favorites right here, called Let Me See You in That Lingerie. And this song here took it to a whole nother level. Like, I performed it when I got there. Like, this here was the night that Mr. Ingram from Ozan, he brought the choir to Rocky Roadhouse because they performed too. And they all stood up. I sung the first sentence out the hook. Let me see you in that lingerie. Let me see that lingerie. Hey, hey, let me see you in that lingerie. And they was like, they start singing the hook. And it was like crazy. I'm talking about I have some moments like I should have been like a mainstream artist from the movement I had, the impact I had in Beaumont, Texas. I should have been a mainstream artist. That song Lingerie, then I did the same thing with it. I promoted it, I sung it, and I sung it until I felt that I wore it out. Then I came with another song called Do the Grown Up. I used that Lingerie song come off that Nelly beat Hot in Here. I used that one. And I took Nelly's song to another level. And I used this other track. I just listen to beats and I tweak them like mixtaping. And ooh, baby, can I get you home with me tonight? You know, that song there. And I did a song called Let's Go Do the Grown Up. And it went like, ooh, baby, let's go to my house and do the grown up, you know. And that song was for a certain X, Y, and Z for back in the day, you know, because that's what it was, you know. Sometimes we wrote songs for certain people and that one there was a jam. That was a jam. They had a Christmas party at Rocky Roadhouse, and from there, after the Christmas party, at the after party, they locked me in a room and sung that song to me. I didn't want to sing it to them. A bunch of dudes and a bunch of girls. They locked me in a room and sung it to me. Passed me a cup, something to drink on. You smoke weed? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. You sure? Yes, I'm good, man. I'm good. They sung the song to me and said, man, you can go, man. We just wanted to hear the song, man. We love it. We love it. That's the impact that Silky Red had on Bowman. And I came with another song, right? You know, I used the 50 Cent beat called This Is How We Do. I know you know that song featuring the Game.
Yeah.
I wrote another song, another rap song, and I wrote another one. It's called Pop That Coochie. Pop That Coochie.
Dang, read these names.
But no, the thing about it, they love it. I performed this song.
Yeah.
I got on the stage and Dwayne Diamond was like, he say, Silky Red, what you gonna perform tonight? And he was just smiling. He was just smiling. He said, what song you performing tonight? I said, this song I wrote called Pop That Coochie. He said, no. He said, you got kids out there. I said, it's just a song though. That's when we grew a relationship then. And he said, all right, we're gonna let you perform it. But if it got derogatory in it, cutting it off. And after the first verse, after the middle of the first verse, after the first hook, middle of the first verse, he told the DJ, cut it off, cut it off. Lorenzo come out the kitchen, the owner. He say, hell no. He said that man can perform whatever he want in this restaurant. This is my restaurant. And the crowd got up and they sung that song with me. It's like, I say, wow. Then everybody was like coming. It would be packed. I'm talking about this place was a mass capacity. I'm talking about if the fire department came, he would have got fined for that many people coming up in that place. This is facts. And it took this is one of my best moments at Rocky Roadhouse. Like my Uncle Charles and my Uncle Chris was like, they were telling my daddy about it. They was telling my daddy, man, you need to come see little Ricky come perform, man. Your son jamming. He got a lot of people that love him. And Daddy finally came. You know, they had to get him full of that beer and stuff. Rest in peace, my daddy. He dead. Love you to death, Daddy. Rest in peace. And like he came, and when I performed Bounce Baby, this what happened. After I performed it, they was lining up for autographs from me. My daddy he was a little drunk. Don't get me wrong, he old school. He was drunk. He grabbed me and he told them women and them kids, he said, no, you ain't get no autograph from him until you get one from me, because that's my child. That was one of my favorite moments. That made me proud. I know he was proud of me to see all those people singing my music and applauding to me. It was wonderful. Then, you know, I was doing my thing as a mixtape artist, just putting out that lyric, that music. You know, that's what I love doing. And my music was dedicated to what I saw and what was derived out of women and what I like in a woman and, you know, what I wanted to do, you know, because that was me then. And still listening to my Kikis, my ESGs, my Pats, my Hawks, you know, listening to them and listening to my Robert Earl Davises, you know, just still freestyling too. But when I write, it's different. My writing is different from my freestyle, totally different. And with that to say, after that, I connected with my buddy Boss. You know, I'm gonna call his government out. Christopher Mike Edwards, Boss, aka Boss. He signed to Clover G. You know, he Clover Gang, and he's doing his thing. Shout out to his new hit single, I-10 Connected, featuring Zero, the remix featuring Zero, Flip, and Big Shasta. Big ups to it. The record is doing real big. You know, he doing his thing, and that's my buddy. He got together with me on the album. We had some ups and downs with me, him, my brother, and we had some ups and downs. You know, everybody have conflict, confrontation. But it wasn't me, it wasn't my brother-in-law, it wasn't him. It was the outer circle, you know. But we fixed everything. We best friends, the best of friends. We always been, no matter what went on, we never let our friendship break up, you know, because we're musicians, we artists, and we know what goes on, but we know at the end of the day, we brothers, you know. His daddy and my daddy grew up together. We grew up together, rode the same school bus, lived in the same neighborhood, walking blocks from the house, a couple of blocks from each other's house. And we started out in music together, and we still in music together, and we still talk damn near every day about the same stuff, music, life, you know, the challenging things in life and how to do it. And we talk about God every day, because it's nothing but God that put us here to do what we do. And we both Scorpios. Got a birthday coming up in November. My November the 8th, his November the 10th. So, you know, we're going to celebrate. And I got a special thing for everybody that's coming out. I got a special song coming out on my birthday for the world. It's a world premiere. You got to hear it. You got to hear it. This year is legendary. It's special, and I'm gonna talk about it. I want to talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, definitely. Well, I want that to be the last thing that they remember before we close out, because I have some more questions for you in the meantime. So, right. I noticed that you attend, you know, when I first met you, you were attending Houston events. So tell me a little bit about your connection to Houston from Beaumont. How did you get into the Houston independent music artist scene?
Listening to Dr. Robert Earl Davis, and I tell you, listening to Screw and knowing where them boys come from and how they rap and they style, and knowing I was doing the same thing, it's jamming. Like DJ Screw, Dr. Robert Earl Davis would take an Anita Baker song and mix it with a Ron Isley and put the beat and do a drop on the beat, bring it back up, and then he'll put the instrumental in the background and have somebody come on and rap a tape. And that was jamming. That was nice. That was flavor. And it's still there, you know, it's stuck with us. And it went worldwide, not nationwide, it went worldwide. And listening, then I got into, y'all know if you remember Beltway 8 Records. Yeah, you got to remember Beltway 8 Records. You had Beltway 8 Records, you had Swisher House, you had Robert Earl Davis, DJ Screw, SUC, the Screwed Up Click. All those guys was rapping on slow down tapes, you know. And I listened to their lyrics, and this is how I learned how to travel through Houston. Listening to Beltway 8 Records, Slim Thug, them, Kiki, them, because they would talk about the streets that they own and how they turning, coming down Beltway, hit the 610, woo woo. You know what I mean? And that's how I learned how to get through Houston. I'm like, okay, I just started driving to Houston and just riding around, hoping that I see one of these rappers posted up so I can go meet and greet, as a fan, as a fan of these guys, because they practically raised me in the music and the rap game, And a lot of people say, man, I talk like Pimp C, I sound like him, when I talk, I get that a lot, I say, I'm talking about, when this, and I try to stay away from it because I'm not Pimp C. Rest in peace to Chad Butler. He from Port Arthur. Salute to Bun, for holding the fort down, and everybody else that's Trill Gang populated, affiliated by association. But, those taught me Houston and Houston streets. And what brought Houston in my music that's what brought Houston in my music, my lifestyle, because I like how they do things, I'm not trying to copy their style or nothing, but that's what it is. That's how we derive off that type of music. That's what it is.
So well, you mentioned some of your favorite music artists already, but why don't you expound on that a little bit? What do you tend to lean more towards as far as your influences are concerned?
Oh man, let me tell you. Lil Keke, ESG, Paul Wall, Slim Thug, that Sugar Daddy Slim, that whole album jam. Keke got one new slap talk, and that harmonizing when he do slap season. That remind me of my track off my EP, Drop Top Music. Let's go ride to the south side of H-Town. When he harmonized, and I'm like, when I heard it, I say, damn, that sound like mine. That boy jamming. Keke always jammed. He always did. Lil Keke, Hawk, Fat Pat, the way they was flamboyant with their lyrics, the way they put words together, and the stuff they spoke in their lyrics. In actuality, today, whether it's virtual or physical, mentally, it is happening. Like, I'm chilling with my broad, stuff like that, them songs like that, It's like some stuff I want to say, but I don't want to say because of the fact that the derogatory of it, because them artists are jamming, And look, Keke wordplay, like when he say stuff, Keke, what Keke talking about, he coming down, and he doing his thing in Power all the way his comparison, like his rap sound. Like he's very educated, or he grew up in an educated home, because he got them verbs, them nouns, and he know how to hit them ups and downs and comparisons like he write like a poet. Slim Thug just be straight up like raw, and ESG is like when he freestyle, man, that coming down. That E-boy Cedric Sosa, he really did that from Ocean of the Funk to that one when he did with Jade, One Deep with My Cup. When he say, bah, ooh, that hit hard. I like that one. I like the one he did with Ronetta Spencer. Man, I'm so Southside, yay. And I swear to God, I was at work. Then I went home to my mom. I went to my mom's house. My little nephew, his daddy's Mexican. This before that song came out. And me and my nephew was playing around. And I was telling him, ay, just making him say it. Because Spanish people say, ay, my friend, ¿cómo está? Bien, señor, sí. Ay. And I'm like, and I heard ESG say it, I'm like, man, that jam. Because I was just saying that a couple of weeks ago before I even heard that song. And I'm like, bam, and it's crazy. Those are my influences, Shout out to the whole Houston rap era,
Man,
shout out to y'all.
right.
Salute,
Yeah. I'm still learning. Even as time goes on, like, it's a rabbit hole. I'm telling you, it's so many independent artists, so many people who were on Screw tapes, so many people who were Screw affiliated, so many people. It's endless. It's so much.
It's endless and timeless.
Endless and timeless. You are so right about that. So tell me a little bit about your career and the ups and downs of the industry that you've experienced being an independent artist.
Okay.
Well, you spoke about some of the ups, but yeah, so the other side.
The downfall of the music industry with me was I took a nap. I actually took a nap, right? I took a nap on the rap game, and I woke up and the rap still sounded the same. I put it in my freestyle, you know. In my life it did for the simple fact that I say this here. Like when I took that nap, I had my best friend. He come woke me up. He said, "Hey, Red, I need a favor from you." I said, "What's up?" And man, I need you to do a show with me. I need you on stage, man. Can you come up? Because you know all my lyrics. Me and him still was cutting up when I stopped rapping. You know, shout out to Miss Cal, because she told him, she say, "Red," because I kind of quit, you know, I kind of stopped rapping for a minute. And she was like, "He coming back." She said, "He coming back." Because I started, you know, I was going through some changes, and I had kind of lost my job. And, you know, for I was going to school and working full-time and going to school. And I fell asleep at work, lost my job. You know, and I was going through some things, and I had to let go. I had to step down from working in the refinery to working at Lamar in the cafeteria, washing dishes. I did. And I had to let go, and and I was like, man, I'm just, you know, cool. And I start praising God and just doing some things. I tried the Christian rap. I really did. I tried it. And I asked God about it. I said, "Is this for me, Lord?" And I couldn't pursue it. I just couldn't do it. You know, because God tell you what you're going to do in mysterious ways, in different ways. He have a platform for you. He just got to get you there, and he got to get you through something to get you there. And in the midst of all of that, you know, I dropped out of school and had this going on. Then I finally picked back up because everybody was asking, man, when you going to come out with some more music, man? When you going to come do this, do that? I'm like, man, I don't know. Then boss man called me, say, "Hey, man, you ready to come back to work?" I say, "Thank you, Jesus." I say, "Yes, sir, I am." "Ain't doing all that sleeping, huh?" I say, "Man, no, sir, I'm not." I say, "Man, I even quit school, man. I had to catch up on myself and get myself together." And I got back in school. I graduated. I was #2 in my class, Lamar University, LIT, and industrial mechanics. You know, part of the engineering field. It's #2 in my class, and I got me a job with the company instead of being a contract worker. And I'm still doing my music, and you know that was my downfall. You know, I had to go through something. Now it's like I had to go through some things, and I was freestyling. I get people, they throw slang at me at work about me rapping while I'm working. I say, I'm just trying to get through the day. Music is my heart and soul, and that's what's gonna take. That's what it's gonna take for me to get through my day. That's what I'm gonna do. If you don't like it, put your earplugs in. Wear your PPE, because I'm going to do me and get my job done. Don't rush me on working safe. And music is going to help me stay in a safe state of mind. My music, you know, because I'm always rapping. And it's like in between everything I was doing in life, me and my buddy boss, my partner boss, my best friend, we started back doing shows, and I was getting on stage with him, and he said, "Man," they was like, "Who is he?" I said, "That's my partner Red. Man, he jamming, man. Have him at the next car show. Man, that boy jamming." And it's like every time. And he woke me up from that nap, and I thank him every day. He woke me up and got me back in the mix. And it brought me to a whole other element. And it's like that element brought me to this here. Brought me to this here. Oh, man, you just don't know. Drop top music. This is some of my best work. Some of my best. This is not the best of my work. I got the best of my work coming, but this is drop top music. That's the poster. I got your CD and the poster coming too. Got to get it to you somehow. Like,
yes. Gotta get it to me. Please do.
Yes. Drop top music. And drop top music came about through Sean Solo Jemison. You know, I've always, I recorded at my house mixtapes, and I called it drop top music. You know, with stuff I never put out, different songs. I redid Marvin Gaye's song, "Let's Get It On" to "Let's Go and Bone." I got one called "Work That Body." I redid "Lingerie." That was gonna go on drop top music. I got one off that Brandy beat, "Sitting Up in My Room, Can't Stop Thinking About You." That song there, I redid it, and it's called "Thinking." That was supposed to go on drop top music, but it didn't, because I ended up getting all my beats and stuff made by Sean Solo Jemison, the producer. And shout out to Sean. Him and ESG tight. They grew up together in college, you know, and he looked out for me, and they got me to this point because without Sean, I wouldn't have signed my major deal. I'm with a major distributor, Universal Records Empire Music Group, Golden Toes, you know, and they looking out for me. They looking out for me, and this music here, this is the future. This is it. Drop Top Music, you gotta hear it. My hit single, Get Down Tonight, featuring Ronetta Spencer is on it. Oh my God, and that's what it is. I got to get it to you.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about how you have to balance all of this? I mean, you have a job. Actually, in a previous episode, I was talking to a music artist about the fact that you can't just survive on being an independent artist, right?
You can't.
If you're going to be an independent artist, at least in the beginning, and actually for or have some other, you're going to have some other types of income coming in to survive, or else you'll just be a great homeless rapper, which is cool, but you know, not if you have kids. So
right, exactly.
How do you balance all of that? What is your and where you're like, okay,
balancing that is like a blessing and a curse. You know, I'm gonna tell you, because being married, having kids, you know, you being a husband, being a father, and being an artist, you know, the wife don't see you as a rapper. She see you as a husband. But when you in that studio 2 o'clock in the morning, she not knowing, but if she do know, when she don't want you there because X, Y, and Z, and explains that and states that, well, it comes with this territory and all this, that, doesn't know. If you trust me, 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 you'll be fine. You know, my music is my work, it's my art. It'll pay off in the end. You gotta understand the game. And it's all part of the game. When you're in the game, you're in the game to play, you're playing to win. We can't lose. You can't lose on these beats, you know. And you know what you're doing, you're gonna do it right. And I'll be in the studio, like with this EP here, in the studio 2, 3 in the morning, knowing I gotta be to work at 6 o'clock. Working from 6 to 3. Going home, cooking and cleaning. Writing lyrics, making sure the kids get their homework done. You know, being the man that I am, I gotta juggle it all, you know. But I know when to get my rest in. I know when to take my naps. You know, and I know when God give me strength. You know, so a lot of this here plays a part with Jesus Christ. You know, my Savior. He really got my back, and my daddy being my guardian angel, because he know where I'm coming from. He got that Anthony Hamilton coming up where I'm from. You know, and it's in me. Just being who I am, you know, stand-up guy. It's the juggle is rough. There's times I had to put myself in a doghouse, just to, you know, to make it work. Like, I already know, going to the doghouse. I already know, you know, just because, you know, all right, just so you ain't got to tell me how, because, you know, men, we don't want to hear that. Yeah. We do not want to hear it, but we got to deal with it. You know, that's the life. If you really understood and really truly love and understand it, then it wouldn't be no problem. But understandings come with knowing. Like, the invitation is always there. Come to the studio. You know, that's what we do. But then again, you don't want that side of your life in that studio, because we know what goes on in the studio. You know, engineers, men, football, sports, beats, smoking, drinking a little bit, then leaving like, well, all right, bro, we catch you next session. Boom. You know, and that's it. That's the studio life. You know, I can't tell you unless she's a rapping female or she in an R&B session, closed session, and they going on a song, you know. It's different environments, but my music bring a whole nother environment. And the people I'm with in the studio is they humble people. Matter of fact, Sean, Solo, Cedric, all them guys, boss. They all fathers. They all father figures, you know. So we're not out there doing what we do, but people assume that we're doing what it do. You know what I mean? The assumption is what makes it hard. You know, the not knowing, you know, the worrying, that makes it hard. But, you know, that's part of the juggle. The juggle is a struggle, you know, trying to make it, and you can't just live off, you know, trying to make it with the studio time is high, it's expensive, you know, unless you got somebody that's gonna hook you up on GP. But you got to take care of them because time is money, money is time. You know, shout out to Wood, SUC Wood. Time is money, money is time, and that's facts. You know, you can't go to the studio for free unless you got your own equipment or your brother got a studio and no good quality studio to get no good quality work like this here. You know, if you want to get that quality work, you know, you got to go to the big boys. You got to mess with some real people and based on building relationships. And you got to have funding. You got to have a job. I work at the plant. I'm a mechanic, lower level engineer. You know, I'm the guy that be at the top of the column or at the bottom under the conveyor doing this, doing that, you know. But hey, in the future, I might not have to be doing all that. You know, hell, I want to retire and have my own podcast, do music, because I'm an 80s baby. I love old school R&B. I want to take it back to where my parents had their first date. You listen to music they listen to. Stuff I don't want it to ever die out. The golden years, you know, Motown. That's what I want, Motown. And yeah, it's a struggle and you got to have money. You know, like, to be honest, everybody know I always worked 2 jobs. I always worked a part-time job and a full-time job. I did that going to college. Plus, I, you know, with the balancing what I do in life, you know, still going out with the kids, the old lady taking her out, doing things as a family man, a father man. You know, I'm a brother, I'm a father, I'm a son, still got to take care of moms, you know, everything. I still take care of my mama, my brothers, my sisters, my kids, you know, my household, and I still take care of my music. It's rough because you got to be here at this time and you can't be late because you got to be on time. One thing about life you got to understand with this music stuff and people's time is you got to be on time because it's just something, it's responsibility, being responsible. You got to be on time and you got to build that relationship and be truthful. You got to be real with yourself and be true to yourself to be true to other people. Don't go in this music business line because it will show. Numbers count. The numbers will show, you know. Just got to be real. Yes.
I love that. You know, I always ask at the end, towards the end of the show, what is some good advice that you could give to independent music artists trying to make it? But before I ask that question, because you kind of answered it right there, before I ask that, I want to ask you about this video that you just came out with Ronetta Spencer. How did that song come about, and how did that video come about? Like, you're in a barn? Where?
Yeah.
Whose barn? What horse?
Let's talk. Oh my God! Let me tell you how this song come about. Right? My daddy just passed. Right? And this was 2 years ago, going on 3. Right? And this is how I met Solo, through Instagram. You know, because I'm following ESG. You know, I met Solo through ESG Instagram. Because I hear Solo naming all these beats, breaking down the beats Solo has provided, and I'm hearing Solo did one for Hawk, and Hawk was standing behind his PlayStation self-emerald on image on the brick wall, and he had a video, and Solo did this, Solo did that, and I'm like, and I've been listening to stuff, and I'm like, and I started doing my homework, my research. You know, I don't want to come at you and start talking to you and not knowing about you or saying stuff that's false. I live off facts, off truth, you know, faith and truth, you know. And with that to say, I hit him up. I say, man, you jamming, bro. And he was like, appreciate it. And how much for that track? And he said, you want it? He gave me a price. And I was in between buying a house, right? And I told him straight up like this here. I say, bro, look here. I say, I'll shoot you $50. I'll shoot you $50 today. I'll cash up you $50 for the track. And if I don't pay you by Friday, keep that $50 and sell it be to whoever buy it first. He was like, okay, bet, cool. I sent him $50. Friday came about. They told me, you in underwriting. You cannot make no big purchase, you know, until Monday. So I called him. I said, hey, Solo, man, hey, keep that $50, bro. I said, I cannot. Oh, excuse me. I told Solo, I said, I cannot purchase that right now. I'm in underwriting. I said, I just bought a house. He said, man, I just did too, man. I totally understand. He said, no problem at all, man. He said, Monday, just go ahead and pay me money. And you know what he done? He sent me the beat. He emailed it to me. He asked me for my email address and sent it to me. And
wow.
Yes, that's a great stand-up guy. Sean Solo Jefferson,
wow.
You know. He say, man, don't call me. He gonna get on me. He say, hey, man, don't call me Sean. Only one call me Sean is my wife. He say, nah, man, I'm Solo. I said, all right, Sean, my bad.
Your video on, Red? Did you hit? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I wasn't seeing you. Okay.
Okay. From there, like when I got the beat, I love my favorite R&B artist from the 70s, 80s, 90s was Anita Baker. Anita Baker is my favorite all-time artist. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. She got him beat. Tony Braxton tried to imitate her. It didn't work. Tony, you sound good, but hey, you can't touch Anita Baker. Yes, indeed. And that Same Old Lovin' is my favorite. Actually, the video was supposed to be at the skating rink in Houston because Anita Baker video was on skates. She was skating. I loved roller skate. And I wanted to imitate that video, that image, because of my song. And like when I bought the track, I was jamming. I wrote to it, and I couldn't put them together, put my words together. So Sean was like, man, he said, man, you got the song ready? I said, no. I said, I need a hook. And I told him my hook. He said, text it to me. He said, I got somebody for you. He said, I'm gonna get Ronetta on the song. Who is Ronetta? He said, man, just look up Ronetta Spencer. And I looked up, I said, oh man, come on. I'm talking about my lips way to my ears. Then when she did it, she recorded it and he sent it back to me. I'm listening to it. I'm like, damn, this jamming. This here is a nice vibe. Woo. And I got the writing, putting that pen to that pad. And I say, man, I'm ready to record. Went to the studio, recorded. And shout out to Rome. Rome recorded me that time because Solo had a game to do. He had the ref. So it's like, man, he said, man, he texted me back. He said, man, that boy Rome say, man, they say you jamming in that, bro, man. And it's like, cool. So that hook and that song came together. Then Ronetta didn't know me, but she didn't know who I was or nothing. And she showed so much love. She my sister now. I'm gonna give her a virtual hug. She my sister right now. And her dad is like, that's Pops. That's Uncle Ronnie. Mr. Ronnie Spencer. Oh, that's our Pops. Me and him got a song together too. Oh, I got a little more to tell you, but the video came about was this is how the video came about. Went to the skating ring, and the guy had owned the skating ring. He was telling me about his nephew T. Ferris, and he looked at me. He said, "I'm profiling you right now." He said, "I already looked at your social media. I ain't even telling my name," and he already telling me he didn't look me up and check me out and did this, did that, and he's saying, "Well, when I'm gonna do a video, I'm gonna do this, and I ain't gonna have this, have that, and don't worry about the price yet." He said, I just want to know how much would you charge me to use your facility? Everybody that's in here could be in the video. I don't care. I just need your facility for 2.5 hours. I will pay whatever you charge me if it ain't outrageous or ridiculous. He's like, no, let's talk. And he brought me to the DJ booth, and the little guy was telling me some stuff, his nephew that was DJing. I'm like, I said, okay, cool. I said, I'll take your number down and I'll call you. And I left. So I went back to my house. I slept on it. And I thought about it. I already got the song, the unmixed version, and me and my partner boss, we sat down and we thought about it. And everybody, we had a listening party at my mama's house, you know, salt and pepper chicken wings, listening to the song and just jamming. And it was like, man, that's a swing out song, man. That's Zydeco. That's a swing out song. Man, you could dance to that there, Red. Everybody analyzing the song. And like, man, that's a swing out song. Well, say, Uncle Al, next door to my mama's house is the barn that you saw, with all the horses and stuff. And I said, I'm going to shoot the video at your barn if you don't mind. He said, no problem. No problem. Just like that. Okay, cool. So gave a date. I gave him a date. I called Ronette up. I said, hey, would you like to do this video for this song? She said, no problem, Red. She said, no problem. I always kept in my mind that if you do a song with somebody, most likely there's going to be a video come out of it. And I say, yes. Yes. And when I called her up, I was at work actually in the plant. And they're like, what you happy for? I say, man, I'm finna shoot this video with Ronetta Spencer. Who is Ronetta Spencer? So I cut on the big TV and I put the YouTube on. I said, that's Ronetta Spencer, the one that sung the Bar Baby. So get out of here. You ain't finna do no song with her. You ain't finna do no song with her. Oh, yes, I am. Watch. You ain't finna do no videos. Watch. And I called her back when I told her what the theme was. We're doing swing out. Everybody talking about, everybody that show up and said they was. We're supposed to get this line dance coordinated. And we're supposed to do this, that, and the other. But it didn't work out like talking about soul. With that to say, it was a blessing. They came out. The cameraman was late. They was a little bit behind schedule due to traffic, you know, and they had to make their stops. But it came out to be a blessing. That's how the video come about. Okay, I pulled the horses out, and we had the fire going. My people that did came. Thank y'all for showing up. And you know, thank y'all for coming out to this video. Y'all made this video a big deal for me, a big ordeal. It was a blessing. And you know, with all that to say, the video came out nice. I spent so much money just for that one video, and I'm like, it was a blessing. From the alcohol, barbecue. Shout out to my boy Josh. You did burn my chicken. You know, the ribs was good.
Oh,
you know?
No.
I tell it like it is. No, because he got it worse than that from everybody else. You know, he cool. That's my boy. Shout out to Josh Gallo. I call him J-Rock. He did his thing though. Now I'm picking, but he did his thing though. It was just a couple of leg quarters that was burnt. Because at the end of the day, when the video was up with all the food was gone. So they did have a good time. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Shout out to Kenny G, my personal DJ, Lil Bro, everybody that came out to the video. And when you watch the video, you're going to see what happened. Shout out to the family, everybody that showed up. Thank you, Jesus. And, you know, I'm riding through Houston. You know, and I do my thing. And I got a couple of people that gave me some stuff to wear to sponsor, you know, because they like what I do. Because I pass out CDs and do this, do that. And I sponsor a little bit of everything. So, and, you know, I did what I did in the video. Shout out to Ronnie Spencer. And he come out there, oh, man. He was actually singing, too. I got him, too. He saw me playing the harmonica, and I passed him that mic. You know how he do. La, da, 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 da. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That Ronnie Spencer, I love him, man. He jamming. He is the Ron Isley from the South. Yes, indeed. He jamming. Yeah. Yes. Me and him got some history now. We got history. We got a relationship. I call him right now. He'll pick up. We got a relationship. That's Uncle Ronnie. I'd have been in his studio many times, you know. And we got another. So me and Ronnie got 2 songs together. Yes, that's how that song come about. That's how that video come about. Sean put everything together, and he was the quarterback. He threw me the pass. I caught it and scored the touchdown.
Yay! I love that story. I love that story. Well, before we cut out, I want to ask you, so you gave a little bit of advice earlier for independent music artists, but do you have any more?
Yes. I'm going to tell you, I like to say, all you independent artists, you know, in life, you know, everybody need a favor, a helping hand. You know, that's facts. We all had to come up from somewhere. But the main thing is to build relationships. Build a relationship with somebody and make sure you have a financial budget. You know, whether it's you come to somebody, hey, well, I can spot $50 a week. And just, well, you can save it. $50 a week, that's $200 a month. You know, maybe $250 a month, depending on which month have 5 weeks. Budget. Make sure you come with enough to take care of what you got to do as far as putting towards your music. You know, stuff is not for free. You know, you can work it out some one way or another. That's based off that relationship you build with folks. That way, when you do get it together, you can get you one of these here with your own description, your own picture, your own social media, your own website, or whatever. Shout out to Mobile Media, to where you can get your music on these different platforms. Drop Top Music. This is my EP. Drop Top Music. You can download it for free on every musical platform. Buy it, download it, stream it. It don't matter. I just bust Spotify wide open. I'm over 100,000. I'm at 116,000 streams on Spotify. Drop Top Music within 2 months. Within 2 months. And Crowded. Y'all need to download that Crowded app because I'm on Crowded. Drop Top Music is on Crowded. All my music. Get Crowded because I'm going to tell you something about Crowded. Crowded is something new. It's a new wave. It's like the new Spotify, the new Tidal, the new Apple Music, the new Google Play, the new iTunes. I'm telling you what it is, and this is what it's going to be. You're going to find me on there, too. You can find me on there. The Web Fans are busted about it because they taking over. I'm going to say that now. And I got something special for y'all. My birthday is November the 8th. I'm 1982. I'm an 80s baby. Straight off the bat. You know, me and Ronnie Spencer got a song called The Freaking Girls off that SOS. There's a beat Sean made, that SOS band. You know, The Weekend Girl. I got a song called The Freaking Girls. You know, it's representing what I like out of a female, out of a woman status, you know. And when I'm in the club and doing my thing, vibing and jamming, you know, us men, this is what we like and this is what we do. You know, this for everybody. And, you know, women got what they like in men when they want to go out and step out of the club and have them a sip or two, you know, get them a taste and rap a taste with somebody, you know. They want to get down with it, you know, and it's about the freak and girls and the freak in me, you know, because everybody want that. You know, everybody. You can't tell me that one person that don't want that unless you sanctify the holy in church. Praise Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, I'm just being real. But Drop Top Music is what it is. Hey, Drop Top Music is what it is. And for my birthday, I am releasing out my new hit single featuring Ronnie Spencer, Ronetta Spencer, and the one and only Cupid Shuffle.
Oh.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you. I can play you a sample.
Oh.
Yes, this is called
That's
Turn the Party Out.
Oh, man,
It's
that's
called
going to
Turn
be
the Party Out.
fire.
And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Cupid and Ronetta, they slapped the piss out of me on this song. They got me. Ronnie did that hook. He laid that format with that hook. Hey, let's go turn it out. I'm telling you, that when he ate that, when he got on there, I have never seen a man in this industry work like he worked. Ronnie Spencer, and he made that song what it is. But when this song come out, we finna... Crowded, y'all get ready. When this song released, y'all get ready to stream this song because guess what? It's finna boot them numbers. We talking numbers. When we talking numbers, we mean numbers. We talking about hundreds of thousands. We trying to get to the millions. We gonna do this here. We gonna do it. 2021, you can't hang with 2020. 2020 was like a dead sale. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. For all the people that like to swing out dance, line dance, you know, because I DJ for the most part, I DJ. And when I DJ these little house gigs, these little parties, you got people, you got guys that be with their gals. They got on some J's, some Guess jeans, and a polo shirt. They like to swing out too, just as well as the old man with the square toes. So when the song Square Toes or J's, wear what you wear. Dress to impress, we still gonna jam by them haters style. You know, and the song, when you hear the song, it's like, man, this song is fire. It is heat. It is like the new wave. And if you really want to get rid of COVID-19, get that Drop Top Music. Get that Drop Top music. Yes, I'm telling you what it is, and it's facts. You know, not one person.
Is that how Trump got rid of his COVID Silky.
It could have, but I think that's fake. I think that's politics. I don't get into the politics side. What I'm going to politic on is music. We politicking drop top music, the EP, you know, crowded streaming, life, love, the legacy, and this new single that's coming out. We're going to politic on that because y'all be the judge. Y'all, the people that listen to the music, y'all be the judge, you know. Thank God for everything that has came to us as a whole. We're very blessed and fortunate to even be doing what we're doing virtual because COVID-19 thought they was going to stop everything. The government thought they was going to stop it. They can't stop us from uniting, unionizing, get together. No, they're not going to stop drop top music from playing either. I'm telling y'all that now. And this new song featuring Cupid, Ronetta, and Ronnie, I tell you what, that's the real cough syrup right there. You try coughing on that one, it ain't gonna work. This here, I'm turning the party out. Ooh wee. I wish I had a little time to play you a snippet of it. You know, but anyways, that's what it is. That's Silky Red. This is my life. And
I'll make sure that I post it somehow. I'll make sure that I repost it for you.
10-4. Hey, salute. Man. Salute. Oh yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Silky Red, for joining the Rocky Road today. This has been an entertaining interview, bro. You were made for this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. As a man, I'm just trying to make it. I'm trying to leave a legacy for the family. I want everybody to eat. I want, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, say for instance, somebody look at me and they say, "That dude jamming. Let's do something with him. Let's get him." Like a major. If a major want me and they offering me X, Y, and Z, I'm like, and I look at the numbers and I say, "Yeah, I'll take it." Guess what? Not only is Rocky Road gonna eat, they gonna eat, and they gonna eat, and they gonna eat too off of me because I'm that guy. And it's off the fact that you supported me and showed me love and respect. That's the God that's in me because I know what it takes. It takes support. It takes love to build this legacy. You gotta love it. You gotta love yourself, and the people gotta love you back. Because the person that don't feel love, they not gonna, you know, if you don't feel love and you feel like nothing, you're not gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna want to be nothing. That's why a lot of people turn to a dead cell and do the wrong thing. And we're gonna do like AKA Lil Daddy Cool said, gotta get it the right way. Do it the right way, you know? And I'm gonna express my rights as a person. I want y'all to express y'all rights too. Go get that drop top music and wait for my new single to come out. Turn the party out and go vote. VOTE.
Yes.
Go vote.
Yes, go vote. Go vote. And I will say this too. Download that crowded streaming, just to reiterate what Silky Red just said. Download that crowded streaming. Black owned. This is a year, guys.
Black owned entertainment. It's BOT, not BET.
Entertainment. FUBU, for us, by us.
There you go.
And it's 2020. Yes. We're doing things different this year. That's what it is.
Let's save our Black women.
Yes, and protect our Black women. And protect our Black women.
Protect our Black women, yes. Protect. It's going to take the men to protect the Black women. It's going to take the men to do it. But we got to stand up for ourselves. And while you standing up and you're trying to rally and do what you do in these streets, just think about this in drop top music because it's going to take you to a whole other level. You ain't going to want to argue or fight no more. You're going to want to jam and ride. That's what it's going to do. And you're going to want to sit and chill. You're going to want to protect what's yours and protect your music, protect your rights, love God, keep faith, and go vote again. And when you vote, think about crowded music. Crowded. Go get that streaming app. You know, get your music game up. Because on Crowded, you can go get drop top music. You know, I'm Silky Red. That's Rocky Road. This is the Rocky Road Entertainment. You know.
Hey, yes. I'm Rocky Rocket, Silky Red. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Get that drop top music, download crowded streaming, and go vote. Love y'all. Thank you.
That means virtual adapt to you and the world.
Yes.